on. Christina is a Hollywood actress and a brand ambassador. She's worked with several notable brands, and there she is. Hey,
Hey, I
beautiful.
I I guess I'm coming on a little early, so I haven't. Let me just sit down and relax. I just poured myself a nice glass. I mean,
That's great,
considering, right?
Christina.
It's live. Anything goes on Instagram these days, right?
I'm
Cheers.
I'm trying to tell you that is so funny. Like every time I've done these shows, there's always something unexpected. So I've learned that when you're doing live, you have to be ready. Just like our previous interview, you got to be flexible. So thank you.
Right.
You're looking absolutely
But
gorgeous. Yes, ma'am.
I'm a big swisher. So like when you drink wine, especially red wine, you got to swish. So here's to a little Fiji.
Yes, you got to do that. We want to keep those pearly whites white.
Right, a little secret. Yeah.
That is so true. And I love your necklace, by the way. It looks
Thank
beautiful.
you. Well, I mean, I'm like a diamond diva. Like, what am I going to do for diamond diva? Right?
Yes, diamonds are forever. Yes, you look gorgeous. So I did a brief introduction. I just want to say again, you're an accomplished Hollywood actress, brand ambassador, but I'd like you to have opportunity to introduce yourself as well. I love for our guests to share who they are.
Well, I'm yeah, Kristina Hagan, and so I'm originally from Silicon Valley, which we're like a really cookie cutter area. I mean, back in the day, 5 generations, we were, cherry orchards, and then all of a sudden we became Silicon Valley. But we're still very cookie cutter, and so I was one of those, like, oh, I was like a housewife at the time, and we were kind of like the San Francisco, San Jose housewives. And for fun, we would just go and work in San Francisco. And I was one of the ones like had the starry, dreams saying one day I would go to Hollywood. And so I did. Like 6 years ago, I started, dabbling into Hollywood, but I was trained, I was originally just doing fun things as a hobby. And I kind of still would like to think of it as a hobby because it's my passion. Like I could work for free. Shh, no, don't tell anybody. But you know what I mean? It's like a passion. So eventually one day I did go off to Hollywood and get professionally trained and kind of knew I could, do it.
That's wonderful. I love it. So you're really living the dream for a lot of people. Hollywood in America is like the ultimate location when you're acting. I do some acting myself, and that's a goal of mine to someday be in a Hollywood film. We have a big film industry here in Atlanta as well, so I'd love to work with some of the greats here like Tyler Perry. And I just love to hear from you as an actress and as a brand ambassador. What recommendations do you have for people, actors, actresses, or just talent in general, how they can develop their careers so they can ultimately reach their goals as well?
Well, number one, you have to be, yourself. Remember, I didn't go into Hollywood till I was literally 40. Okay. If I would have went in my 20s, I probably would have been eaten up alive. Truth, right? So those 20-year-olds that are going in, I mean, yeah, that's your optimal time to do it. But at the same token, when I went in, I had a lot of life experiences already under my belt. I had, my college degree. Like, I'm a woman. And so I can imagine like men going into Hollywood without any kind of fallback. Like, so what I recommend, get your education of like, as a backup first. It's only going to be like 3 or 4 years, but just get it in case, because it's going to help you in the long run and, do your acting. But my advice is like, I could have been a doctor. All the time that I spent for my passion, I could have been a doctor right by now, right? But no, I did ultimately follow what I love. And now like my degree in marketing and communications is helping me, and also my experience, of course, in Hollywood, doing a little bit of producing, being thrown into projects that, were more of learning lessons and fun, that I'm gathering that all together to where I'm at today. And so, I mean, there is no right or wrong road, but, I think you ultimately have to go with your, intuition and what is your life, what is your, road to being happy and, following your passion.
Yes, I think that's great advice. I can actually attest to that myself in the entertainment industry. I have my education. I have a bachelor's degree and master's degree in business administration, and that has,
Wow.
thank you, and that's really helped me though with my business with Diva Entertainment and just in general in my career, understanding how to negotiate contracts, how to understand the language, the fine print, things like that are really important as your career grows. So yes, having a formal education or learning some type of skill or trade is important, like our previous conversation, having those multiple streams of income because you never know. They might shut down the production for 6 months because of COVID, for example. And now you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to pay bills? What other skills do I have? And so if you have education or training in another area, you can go right into that, weather the
Absolutely.
storm, and then get back on set once they open back up. So I think a lot of people are learning that right now and figured out like, hey, maybe I need to do a few different things while I still pursue my passion because you can do both. That's the other good news about it. It's not either or anymore.
Right. Absolutely. And so that's yeah, definitely what my journey at least.
I love it. I love it. So we're talking earlier this week about brands. You have some projects that you're working on. Some brands approached you just the other day. So what would you like to share with us today regarding any brands that you're working with or special projects?
Well, I just want to, going back to that, like I just recently, I've been on the I was doing my Kristina Hagan live in 2012. That was before Instagram. That was like, I would just cold call, companies that I was working with, or actually I was their clients, right? And say, oh, do you, I'm doing this Christina Hagan live. Like this is before, Instagram like has peaked, and so well, it hasn't peaked yet. It's far from peaking, but this is like how I started, and so now it's important like to use your hashtags. For instance, hashtag faith, hashtag hope. I've had people come to me with different products that are faith based, and like I'm like, wow, like that's my like soul and my heart and soul, right? So I'm enjoy that, and so now like companies are coming to me, and I think they're going to navigate gradually to you. So the products right now, like I've done, Abide, an amazing app that it's like a you can hear like meditation and sleeping, to help you go to sleep. I have Toki, which is an amazing product that is a power bank and like charges your phones, your iPhones. And I'll be putting that one out. I have a lot of skincare. Thank you. A lot of snacks. But, ultimately that's like, thank you, Mama. Like my mom would like, we early, like at the age of 12 was already putting cream on, right? So those are things like, that I like categories, beauty and fashion, but I'll take some wine. Put it out there, right? Yeah. So I think, I'm open to so much. And I think just because of my, again, my history, my age, I mean, a lot of things are, and plus I'm unconventional. I'm an Aquarius. I mean, so I'm like, I have a lot of different things. Yeah. Right
I
now,
love
I recently, I have like a monthly with them. And so, yeah, I've got, a lot of wonderful products, vanity mask and several that, I'm continuing to, look into projects ongoing. So,
I love it. Every time I watch, I follow you on Instagram, you always have products that I need or what. I'm a big skincare, beauty regimen person. I'm all for that. I think it's important. Like you said, start at a young age, take care of your health. A lot of people don't realize that your skin is an organ too, and that you need to take care of that as well. If you neglect it, if you don't moisturize it, if you don't cleanse it properly, it can lead to serious health conditions,
yeah,
surprisingly. So you really do want to take care of your skin. It's not just a vanity thing; it's an important thing for your health as well. The other products you mentioned, the charger. Who doesn't need a charger? So
yeah.
you,
Sometimes we think, like things that are just are everyday to us are really important to a lot of people in the world that they've never heard of it. Just like I remember me not hearing of certain things, and I'm looking on Instagram and seeing, oh my gosh, really, I can do that, or I can use this, or I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was these products. So yeah, I think Instagram is like, I don't know, what do you like wake up and you go to the restroom and you like your up on, I mean, like it's the Instagram's like all over. It's like people are not even, back when I was in Hollywood, people weren't even watching TV hardly anymore. So again, I say it's no longer New York or Hollywood. It's a big world out there, and I love everyone, from all over the world that I'm connecting with. And last night I was on a live, and Selena Gomez was like, or she has said, even though, I love Selena Gomez, nothing wrong with her, but she was like, at one point I heard her doing an interview, like, why are people crying? Because like, they're not liking, or they're like this, like, hello, we are a community. We are a new world. We are, building real relationships, emotional relationships, God bless, um, Nikki Bonds, right? Right. And he
Yes.
just passed, and he was a big,
Hmm.
influencer. And I saw, oh my gosh, like I've, just been connecting with him, and he just passed on I believe on his funerals today. And I put that on my life. Like, when things hit me, I'm not tied to like Hollywood or New York. I can do whatever I want. Like my mom would say, I can do whatever I want. I mean, really, we can, and but hopefully we'll all use it in a good way, and hopefully make a difference for each other.
I love it. And I love your positive attitude and mindset. I know the first time that we spoke on the phone, we spoke for like an hour,
I
and
know.
it felt like a girlfriend from way back. You just have that personality that I love. And I just thank you so much for coming on today. I know
Anytime.
you're busy. I want you to share your social medias, your platforms, your website, so people can reach out and connect with you.
Well, of course, Instagram, it's Kristina_Hagan. I just revamped. Remember 2012, I was doing the YouTubes, Kristina Hagan Lives. I've revamped that. And Twitter, I have a solid Facebook family that I've had for probably the longest on that platform. And recently, I've been tapping into my LinkedIn friends, and so that's been pretty cool. So yeah, you can, Christina with a K, Ristina, and Hagan, Hagan, and hope to be around more. And hopefully, I wish you the best, Diamond Diva. You are amazing.
Thank you
I,
so much.
thank you so much for inviting me. It's really been a pleasure.
Thank you, Christina. You're so sweet. Make sure you guys link up with her on Instagram, her other websites. I hope you have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your
Okay.
day.
Thank you.
All
You
right,
too.
bye
I'm going to
bye.
watch the rest of your interviews.
Thank you. Stay on, please. I appreciate
Yeah. Okay.
it.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna look on the chat and see who all we have on. I see the Tina Torres. Hey, Tina, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I see Trinity Boy representing the King of the City. I see Pick going live. What's up, Pick HD? It's one of the brands that I work with quite a bit. I want to direct you guys' attention to the fundraiser. We're raising funds for MTS, My Three Sicklers, Sickle Cell Foundation, guys. No donation is too small. Every dollar counts. That money will be going to funding their project right now for purchasing masks for children and family with sickle cell disease, as well as healthcare and frontline workers. So please, 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 you can donate right through the Instagram app on the live.
Yes, I did that the other time. The last time that you had it last weekend,
Thank
it was really
you.
easy. I think I did it through my, oh gosh, Venmo or PayPal, or right through Instagram. I don't know how I did it, but it was pretty effortless. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate that. And yes, you can do it through whatever ePay you have, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, or whatever you have set up with your Instagram account. So it's really simple to do. Thank you so much, Christina.
Okay. God bless.
All right, take care. Bye bye. Wow, what an amazing interview with Christina today. She really shared some great points about, pursuing your career and things like that. Let's see. Somebody said drink that wine. That's too funny. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm not sure how to close that out. Just for that part, you can, I think you can exit the live in the upper right
Right.
hand